man. So this story has been going viral on all across social media, man. I saw this on Facebook and then I saw it on Threads. Detroit area pastor Marvin Winans, who's a god, his family is like gospel royalty and everything else. There was a video clip of him going viral of him receiving donations from the congregation. With large amounts of money being shared with the church. Just so happened one sister got up and she gave the monies that wasn't allocated, or better yet, was not in the denomination that it appeared pastor wanted the denomination to be in. Okay, and so this is how I became familiar with this story. I saw it on Threads. Let me go ahead and pull this story up so you guys can watch right along with your man Spann. Hold on a second here while hey man, where's my? I got too much going on over here. All right. I got too much going on. All right, here we go. But let me share this with you guys so you guys can watch right along with your man Spann. Pull that up. And let's see what Pastor talking about. Let me unmute that.
And stand in unity with the vision of Perfecting Church of sowing this seed of $1,000. I, Roberta McCoy, giving faith and stand in unity with the vision of Perfecting Church of sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do.
I, Roberta McCoy.
All right, so that's what got everybody up in a tizzy. Okay, let's watch that part again now. Hold on.
$1,200.
Yes.
Here we go.
Only $1,200. Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do.
All right, so that ain't what I asked you to do. As much as, like, if I wanted to, instead of the prayer hands, it sounded like Pastor wanted to lay the pimp hand down, right? Now, many people took offense to this, to the way in which Pastor, addressed this sister, right? Like, yo, man, like, you dressing this woman down for $1,200, $1,235, whatever amount it was that this sister decided she wanted to give, he's dressing her down. And like, so folks were upset at this. Hold on, why does this thing just keep, let's cancel. I don't want to do that. Okay. But yeah, so they were talking about how he was addressing his sister, and a lot of folks took offense. I know I took offense when I first seen this. I'm like, yo, man, had that been my mother or my grandmother, something like that, Pastor would have to see me. Like, you're not about to shame my mama or my grandma or my aunt or whatever when she comes to the church and gives you $1,200 in this economy, nigga. In this economy, with people losing their jobs, 300,000 black women have lost their jobs this year. Here this woman is coming to you to the church, donating $1,200, and you like, but this just $1,200. Nigga, that ain't gonna fly right to nobody. I don't give a fuck. And so, like, here's the thing, right? You got people, like I said, this is local. So, some folk, I may come into contact with some of these people who may go to this church. I've been on social media when I folks posted on social media, like, yo, Pastor would have to see me after if he said some shit like that to somebody I'm related to. He was like, well, his members are saying that it's all right, this, that, and the other. And you got to understand something, man. I get, in a certain sense, people were like, well, the members of his church know what is to be expected and everything else. And this is, part of the reason why they go. And, all these things, right? I'll say this. There's a thing about being a part of there's a thing that a lot of folks have with being there's this, what we call it. There's the attraction to be around powerful people, or presumably powerful people, right? The proximity to access to power is what I think, turns a lot of people on, right? And this is why you have so many people sycophanting themselves out to Donald Trump. This is why you have, certain people who will, if they can get access to these people, like these celebrities and these pastors and whatever else, it's like, I'm a part of this end club, right? There's a status with being associated with this person. And so because I go to this church, and yeah, I can say that my pastor is a Grammy Award winner, I can say that my pastor is gospel royalty, and I go to his church, there's a bit of prestige that I think some people take in that, right? So you got that going on, but also us being on the outside looking in, all of this shit be looking forward to to the people who ain't, regular members. This might be some shit that go on all the time, right? All the time going on in the church. I think it was interesting that because this video went viral, that both Pastor Marvin Winans and this woman who gave the $1,200 went on the news here in Detroit to clarify what the fuck happened during this exchange. So I'm gonna pull this story up so you guys can see right along with your man Spann what he had to say and what she had to say about this event going viral. So let me go ahead and pull this up so you guys can see right along with me. Let me do this here. And all right, let's do that. And all right, let's see what Bishop had to say.
Mary Sheffield is a fighter for you. Mary Sheffield is all.
Let's not do that. We are not doing that on this channel. No, we are not. Okay. No, we are not. So let me go ahead and let that ad play through before we turn the sound back on, because no, we will not be doing that. They got me fucked up. All right, let's see what's well, the ad's still playing. Ain't that some shit? Okay, here we go.
But first, we need to clear up a major misunderstanding that's gone viral on social media.
On Sunday, Pastor Marvin Winans hosted a day of giving. Members of Perfecting Church were asked to donate $1,000 and raise another $1,000 to help finish the new sanctuary in Detroit and support their community programs. Pastor Winans asked those giving $2,000 or more to come to the front of the church first, with others following, from the largest donors to those donating as little as $1.62. But one.
Here's the thing that all right. Here's the thing that I don't like. Okay. This is you basically highlighting those who gave more than those who gave less, right? When it should be, hey man, give what you can give. Put your offering in the collection plate for this particular thing that we got going on. No one is exalted above anyone else in the church, right? But that's not what you're doing. You're setting up a hierarchy of your congregation based upon how much money they done gave. So even though she may have been in the wrong line, right? Even though she may have been in the wrong line, that's still kind of fucked up, right? Hey, yeah, I ain't got $2,000 right now to give you, but nigga, I gave you $1,200, and you trying to make me look like a fool in front of all these people, and y'all live streaming this. So guess what? Thousands of people are watching this shit, and then suddenly it goes viral. Now millions of people have probably seen this, but this is all about them. Like this would not have happened if he didn't set up a hierarchy of, hey, if you're giving $2,000 or more, come on, walk on up to the pastor. If you're giving $1,500 or more, walk on up. And so now it becomes a hierarchy of the people who are giving in this economy. That was strange, man. That's strange to me.
Member Roberta McCoy went viral after someone posted video of her coming to the front with less than $2,000, claiming she was rebuked by Pastor Winans. I spoke exclusively with both Pastor Winans and Roberta McCoy, who says she's been attacked online since that video began spreading. You're the woman in that viral video.
Right.
He did not rebuke you.
He absolutely did not rebuke me. Now, there's a difference. There was a correction, because let me clearly state that Pastor gave instruction on the lines to get into.
I was calling because the whole church was giving.
Man, this sounds like some pimp shit, bruh. This sounds like some pimp shit. Daddy gave me instruction. I just didn't follow instruction. This sounds like some pimp shit.
And it was our day of giving, and the whole church was coming, and we didn't want people standing, the mothers and all that, so I was calling them by increments.
You didn't want the mothers standing and whatnot. You were calling them by increments, or what you could have did, like church used to do when I was going to church all the time when I was a kid and I was junior deacon and everything else. You pass that damn collection plate around. Mama ain't got to stand up at all. Mother ain't got to stand up at all. She sits in her chair. She takes her envelope out and she writes on the envelope how much she giving. She put her check or her cash in that envelope and she puts that in the damn basket, and there you go. You ain't got to have mother standing up for nothing. What are we doing?
And we had someone that had given out of before, and I corrected it, and I told everybody to listen and come when you call, and that's all that was.
Roberta told me Pastor Winans personally apologized to her. She's been a member of Perfecting Church since 2013 and has given faithfully over the years and will continue to do so.
Yeah, that don't sit right with me, bro. Even that explanation sounds like some bullshit to me. Like, real talk. I know, like, she's cool with it and she wants to continue to give the church money and everything else. But honestly, man, that just sounded like some pimp shit. Daddy told me I was wrong, and I'm gonna just go out here and I'm gonna get daddy some more money. That's what that sounds like to me. To me, I ain't saying for nobody else. That's what that shit sounds like to me. Because there's no way in hell some dude gonna roll up and tell my mama after she gave $1,200 motherfucking dollars, and you talking about this just $1,200. Like, nigga, what? Nigga, what? Like, he gonna have to see me, bro. Hey, man, nah, man, he gonna have to see me. That's not happening, man. That's not happening. So, yeah, man, we got that going on. My man Collapses is in the chat, and he says that did the congregation have to say the amount out loud while giving the donation? So apparently the way that they explained it was that he said that if you're giving a certain amount to come up to the altar, okay? And so he was the one putting out the increments. If you're giving $2,000 or more, excuse me, if you're giving $2,000 or more, or if you're giving, X amount of dollars, come up to the altar. But again, like I said, that's setting up a hierarchy amongst the congregation. When if you didn't want the mothers standing in line all day long trying to get their money, then just send the goddamn ushers into the pews with the baskets so they can collect. And you don't even have to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying the explanation sounds like some bullshit to me. And then he also says, Pastor looking like Daddy Rich from Car Wash. Hey, man. And that's the other part, man. Like, the Winans, again, they are gospel royalty, man. World-renowned gospel singers, Marvin Winans, like the Winans family, they world-renowned for the music, BB and CC, you know what I'm saying? For a long time, I thought they was fucking husband and wife. I didn't know they were brother and sister, you know what I'm saying? But they was touring, and I don't know if they still tour or whatever else, but I remember growing up, y'all remember back in the day, man, when Time Life used to have those albums and shit, and they had like the blues collection, and then they had like the R&B collection, and then they had the gospel collection. You couldn't get the gospel collection without the Winans. They was part of the commercial. You know what I'm saying? That's part of my fucking childhood. You know what I'm saying? So like to grow up and like find out that like, hey man, Marvin Winans might be a piece of shit for the way he do the church thing. Like, damn, man. Damn. So yeah, man, that's crazy. Collapses also says she shouldn't have brought her up there with less than pastor script. Hey, because he straight up said this only $1,200. He really said that shit in front of the whole fuck. This only $1,200. Like, that was wild, bro. That was fucking wild. But man, yeah, we got that going on. So we got some clarification for those who saw the story. It was like, yo, what's the fuck happened and everything else. They have said from their own mouths, both of the people involved in that particular incident have talked about it. And so we can move on from that shit, man. So yes, we have that going on. Now, another thing we got going on.